over there. It's 8 p.m. here. The times they are changing, baby. The times they are changing in many, many ways. That's very true. Firstly, in the most literal time, the time that sunset comes is getting much earlier, right? So Sabbath ended for me at what was it, 6:45, right? Which gives me a lot of time. So that means I'm in the territory of being able to go to my normal spot of 5 o'clock on Saturdays. I'm not sure what it'll be. It'll be Saturdays or Sundays, but I'm going to do one stream week on the weekend. But yeah, the times they are changing. The times they are changing in many ways as well. Today is an important day for you Gentiles out there. If you did not know, in the Kabbalistic calendar, tonight marks the beginning of Hoshana Rabbah. It's a one-day event, and I believe it's when the non-Jewish nations, either non-Jews or in individually and or their nations and or. Have their judgments for the year sealed. Right? That's so we have the special prayer service, right? Special prayer service, not a pain in the ass. But the moment has been prepared for. I've kept this coin on my desk, right, for about a year, right? Because I said that's going to come in useful tomorrow. How's that going to come in useful tomorrow? You might want to know. I will tell you. So I can buy willow leaves about 6:45 in the morning. Why am I buying willow leaves at 6:45 in the morning? Well, because it's a super long prayer service. So fuck me, it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's a nightmare. Today was an hour as well. I'm getting gypped off, right? And then anytime you want to have any grain product, I have to schlep outside into my sukkah, right? And like, it's wearing thin, mate. It's the last day tomorrow. Praise the good Lord. And we do a farewell to the sukkah party. Anyway, I digress. Not party, thingy. During Sukkot, you have this thing. You got to wave a lulav branch, a stick, and a lemon, and these leaves. Stick a chicken in the air, put a deck chair up. People don't like it when you sing that while you're doing that. They get annoyed. These are some of the things I've discovered. Right. Okay, please, I beg of you, find a synagogue and just put your head in the morning and you go, what? Even more so tonight and tomorrow. It's a special prayer service where you put down your stick and your lemon and your leaves, and you pick up some of the leaves and you get more willow leaves, right? And so you hold the willow leaves. Hey, got me willow leaves, right? And you go mumble a lot, do a lot of mumbles, and then everybody goes, I mean, like, you would have thought a nation of priests would be cooler. No, we're not talking like cool Tom Baker, dark arts, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad type of thing. No, or priest. No, you're not like your the guy from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom type of priest. No, we're ones that mumble. Oh, me. Anyway, so that goes forever, right? Forever. But the good thing is, you don't have to worry about getting your lemon made not kosher. Don't fucking ask, mate. Okay, don't ask. I'm doing you a favor. Okay, I'm doing us all a favor. Anyway, so today for non-Jews, so we the extraterrestrial prayers. So you should not be smitten. I wouldn't say your odds are that good. This shit, mate. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't hold your breath. Like, listen. I want to tell you. I think if we're on a messianic path, which so far we are, it's like it might swerve at any moment, right? Nothing's guaranteed, right? Well, that's the weird thing, though. There is some stuff guaranteed. There's a guarantee there will be a messianic age. This is according to Jewish, philosophy, and there's guarantee that we're going to survive, not individually, but as a nation to see it. And I think it's guaranteed that humanity survives, right? But before we get there, all the ledgers must be cleared, right? Everything must be made equal. This is why we've had pure evil take over the world, right? Because everything's devil's got a devil's due, baby, right? everything works for God, right? Even forces of evil, and even they have rights, right? So that's why they're getting paid off right now, right? They're letting run right, but then I think the hammer's going to fall, right? And I think there is. Look, I don't know what's the code. My guess is a lot of people dying. Okay, that's essentially my guess. So I was trying. Okay, so I was working this out. Let's say God's a bit miffed about the Holocaust still. I can see him not being entirely happy about that, right? I mean, it's not just with Jews, but it kind of is. Anyway, so let's say he pays that back 7 times. That's what? 6 times 7 is 7, 14, 21, 28, 30, 35, 40, 42 million, right? So let's say, I don't know, what's the population of Germany? That's got to be more than population of Germany. Population. Well, you've also got to, I don't know, Austria and Poland. 82 million. Okay, yeah, I can see that hit happening, right? I mean, I think, look, everyone's going to need to pay, right? That's the thing. This world is Hotel California. Nothing is free. I think in winter, you're in for a bitter winter, right? And I hope it's just that, right? I hope it's just that. But I think in England, you're in for a winter that is not going to be forgotten in this generation. I think you're going to see a lot of people die this winter. Terrifying, right? Pointless and terrifying and totally avoidable, right? And there's no one side I will point at. I mean, there is no one side. Here's the thing. If you're thinking left versus right, Democrat versus Republican, Labour versus Tory, you're in this outmoded form of thought, right? Especially in America, it's the Uni Party, which is the Democrats and Republicans, basically most of them, right? And MAGA, which is like leached onto the Republicans and is trying to take it over like a mind vampire, like a death knell. I hope they win. I hope they win. For me. I think this is a civil war in the I think it's going on right now in the world as we're seeing the nation of Edom be prepared for the Messianic era, which is why I think Russia's having its ass handed to it right now, right? Because they really do represent one part of that nation, right? A very prevalent part of that nation. That's why I think, But I can't see them not using a nuke, right? Let's say they lose Crimea. I'm like, okay then. Then for some reason, Saudi Arabia decided they wanted to give Biden a hard time, right? And put the gas prices up. And then, I don't know why anybody cares. They reveal a quid pro quo. No, like everybody ignores all these things all the time, right? Anyway, I don't know. I can see like a nuclear event happening in Europe, taking out tens of millions, and I can see. Hopefully, it's just hundreds, maybe thousands die in England over this winter, right? But I think it's the thing. Everyone has a ball kicking coming, right? Everybody. But I think if we get through that. Here's a timeline I'm hoping for, right? So Moses showed up in the beginning of the Exodus story, right? Grown up Moses. Let my people go, Moses. So he goes to Pharaoh and says, "Let my people go," right? In his Moses-like way, and Pharaoh says, "Fuck off, you little bitch." And so he makes this decree that the Jews who are making the bricks now have to go and get the straw for the bricks as well. Essentially doubling their labor, adding a massive amount onto their labor, right? And it was, you didn't make enough bricks, your kids were used instead. It wasn't pretty. anyway, so, but anyway, I think that period lasted for like 6 months. So that's what I'm hoping in. So I'm thinking today is the day where the judgment is sealed, right? You normally have about a 2-month period before it is delivered. There was this thing in Hanukkah last year when there was a total eclipse, right? At the same time, it was like the first day of this month of is it Tavis, maybe? I don't know. But it was a month that was good for that was belonged to Edom, right? And it basically foretold a big problem coming to them. And then Putin invades what's it Ukraine. So there you go. So anyway, so I think there's a lot of shit about to hit the fan in the next 6 months. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Starting maybe a couple of months from now, but I think we just get through that. It might all be groovy, baby. Okay, it might all be groovy, baby. Yeah, let's have a look. Of course, life is groovy for me. We just finished Sabbath here. Again, eating in the sukkah. But it was nice. We went out for dinner to a friend's sukkah. And the older kid who I really, really like, right? And I really like this family in general, was like just trying to torture his parents, right? And again, this is a really good kid, good family. Everyone is good, right? It was just like, this is what happens when you have mouthy teenagers. What do you want out of me? I've had 4. Yeah, 3. No, 4. It just happens, right? I mean, it's okay. It just shows the kid's got spirit. It's a good thing. But man, is this a pain in the ass to live with? Yeah, so he was making them crazy. I felt so bad for him, right? I get what I say. It's nowhere near as bad as you think, okay? Really, we've all been there, mate, right? But the more you say it, the more you believe it. So anyway, it was very nice. The food was freaking awesome. Man, that was it. Tell you, it's a good compliment. It's a good compliment when a Jew compliments another man's wife's chicken soup. Tell you, it doesn't get much higher than freaking awesome chicken soup, if I may say so. Just a perfectly balanced broth. It was very, very good. And I'm not overplaying it. It was a good chicken soup. Let me tell you. And then for lunch, we had fried chicken. I thought it was amazing. It was very good. There's a new fried chicken place, like a new fried chicken. I was like, okay, well, so I got a box for it, and we heated it up. So we had this deli, which seemed a bit past its best. So we turned our nose up at that, but the chicken was freaking excellent. But the big discussion was, oh God, it's like being on a cruise right now. Like on a cruise, every 10 minutes there's another fucking meal. It's again, we got this new thing now tomorrow night. It's Simchat Torah or Shmini Atzeret. It's a holiday they named twice. It's basically we're at the conclusion of the High Holy Days, right? And this is basically one more day for God to spend with us, essentially. So we dance with Bible scrolls and all the funky stuff, right? I talked about it last time. But we are being little rebels, right? In the Lebetkin household, man, I tell you, because we finally got our the combination of kids to agree who's at home to let us have a dairy milk, right? Now, let me tell you, that was no easy feat, because Jews, they can't mix meat and milk, right? So when you have a dairy milk, you've got to go all in dairy. Although nowadays all the vegan shit, so it's easy as anything to do anything. But for us, it's so anyway. So the menu we finally after. I'm not joking. This was hours of fucking negotiation, like hours of negotiation. The menu now is for tomorrow night, which I'm very excited about. What was it? Potato cheddar, maybe broccoli soup. Good way. You start with the soup, okay? Maybe I can get my wife to make bread bowls. That'd be good. I don't want to float that too early. Anyway, so there's that, and then the main course is potato skins. That's why we have the potato for the broccoli soup. What was it? Fish? Is it? But did we nix the fish? I can't remember. No, I don't think we did. Like, I'm like this white fish. And oh yes, mozzarella sticks. Very important, and a salad. I think that's everything anyone needs in life. Maybe like a what's it called? Not a Waldorf salad, a Caesar salad, right? Sounds like a good dinner to me. I'm quite up for all of this. And then, well, it's in the middle of a big party. It's like that's what it is. Tomorrow night it's this big party. where they do the thing. You have this whole thing where you got to take the Sefer Torahs and you dance hours and hours it can go on for. I go to the Grumpy Old Man prayer group, which is in a side room, and they let us do it quickly. Thank God it was enough. Oh man, when I used to be in charge of that group, I hated this. Right, I hated having to do this. I would always buy myself an expensive honor, right? When I was doing it, which is I spent a lot of money. I am so out of doing that because they do a big auction. They auction off all these honors. Like basically, I just want to get through it so I can go and eat. Okay, but then in the daytime, it goes even longer. They do it again, it goes even longer. And they actually have this huge. It's called a kiddush. The synagogue puts on, which is nice. Used to be when I lived in Miami, they would make lunch for the entire community, a big barbecue lunch. So barbecue is the way to go, right? Barbecue is the way to go. My wife's saying, "Well, what should we do? I have these steaks, I have this chicken, or you can get hot dogs." I'm like, I think the steaks are enough, darling. Right? A steak and a baked potato. I think I'm happy. What about you? She said, "Yeah, I think I'm happy too." I think. Yeah, so we're trying to keep it easy, and so we talked a lot tonight about many things, the destruction of the universe, all these several cascading mass death events. Thing is, I don't know what's coming to America. I think England is being spared everything, but this harsh winter because I hate to use the expression. They were on the right side of history, right? Because of Churchill, right? And the people stood up to the Nazis and stopped them, right? I understand. The Americans came in a couple of years later. I understand, but I think it was Churchill's stand that saved the world, right? So I think on that merit, you're only getting a bad week. You only get a winter where you don't have fuel and you might all die. But other than that, I think you'll mostly be okay. I don't think it'll be as bad as Europe. I think a lot of people are going to die across Europe. Again, my prediction was 42 million. Don't ask me how I came to that number. So anyway, all things considered, how bad could Jodie be? Yeah, no, it makes it even worse, right? It makes it worse. So this rumor that Matt Smith is James Bond sounds like bollocks to me. We're going to read it. We are doing Lord of the fucking Rings together. I had a day yesterday, okay? I watched Lord of the Rings. I get it. Painfully bad. I mean, you can see so much of it is just from complete inexperience. It's like partial inexperience, partial narcissism. So yeah, actually, this is what I realized, right? I realized why does woke stuff always fail, right? And this is a real deep revelation. Why does woke stuff always fail? And it always does, right? If it doesn't fail, then it's not that woke, right? I mean, like the wokeness on Sandman seemed to be very artificially tacked on. Right? It didn't seem to be so interesting. It was like, we're having a Black Death, and when anybody says it, we'll say you're racist. And like, okay, no, whatever, man. Whatever. Like, we all see what you're doing, darling. Okay, fine, whatever. And you didn't get a second season, whatever. But it wasn't like the core of it wasn't woke, right? Because it came from the original Sandman. I think it was a very faithful, adaptation. But why do woke think like Star Trek Discovery, She-Hulk? I was the other thing. Yeah, I watched Lord of the Rings and the last 2 episodes of She-Hulk. Fuck me. Okay, well, here's the thing: most people aren't getting with She-Hulk. She-Hulk is not meant to be taken seriously. It's from the like the Charles Soule book, which was trying to get the same riff as Matt Fraction's Hawkeye book, which was beautiful. David Adger did the art. Oh God, so gorgeous, right? It was very simplistic, and so we can find some pictures. David Adger Hawkeye, very simplistic, and he was like this hipster. But that's very much the vibe they wanted to go for. Here we go. Let me grab some pages. And honestly, I think it worked really well. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was well written. So you can see this is what they're going for with She-Hulk. They're not actually going for a Marvel comic. Again, this works in the context of having a functional MCU. If you don't have a functional MCU, which they did when they were doing this sort of, here we go, I'll show you some pages. Which they did have a functional MCU. This will be fine, but they don't. I mean, that's just the bottom line here. Pictures. So you see, it's very like I really like this book, right? I thought it was freaking awesome. It was the beginning of wokeness, though, sadly, right? And it's lovely. It's a lovely piece of work. It's very simple and very like stylistic and tells you the story. I like the limited color palette, right? And it wasn't like so in your face about oh, here's Kate Bishop, oh, she's the best. No, it was fine, right? Because it wasn't. So why does woke stuff always fail, right? Why does woke stuff and it always does, right? It's because of this. Stories, especially these masculine stories, they're stories of heroism. Now, what is heroism? Like heroic. So what's the point of a heroic story, right? Heroic story is somebody overcoming masculine heroism, somebody overcoming something or other, or working towards something, or building something, right? And it's about it's helping. It's essentially that you find some skill that you can help on some deep and profound way, right? Right, yeah, you fasten a speeding bullet, right? Suddenly, oh, I can help. I'm a superhero, right? And that's what what essentially it is, right? It's a very altruistic genre because it's trying to show you how it's the coolest way to use power is for the good of everybody, right? Rather than, which is a new idea, right? The strong helping the weak. It's essentially a new idea, right? So that's what these stories are. You take any story, right, and that has a hero in it. You'll see the bottom line is trying to inspire goodness. Any episode of Doctor Deadly Assassin, right? Yeah, okay. Tom Baker is a hero in that story, right? He's puts himself on the line for a greater good, in different degrees. Yeah, he's heroic. He wants to help. He wants to make things better, right? That stories of heroism, right? So when you write them, you have to be able to tune into that. If you can't, we get what we get. But these aren't stories that are about wanting to help. These are stories of narcissism, right? Just pure narcissism. Best example is the black Little Mermaid. Now, nobody gives a shit that Little Mermaid's black or white or whatever color. No, I mean, I assume they know. But most people don't. Here's the thing, and again, it's not for black people, right? Black people don't like it. They find it condescending. How do I know this? Because people don't like it, and they find it condescending, right? And black people, amazingly, if you look closely, you'll find out are actually people. Now, liberals will not look that closely, right? They won't. No. It's mind blowing, but yeah, they don't. So who's it for then? Who's it for? Oh, it's for the upper classes, the liberal elites, right? The liberal elites, the Martha's Vineyard crowd. It's because a terrible crime was committed upon them. That Barack Obama became president, and they felt so good about themselves. Oh, they did. So good. And they like feeling good about themselves. And Donald Trump came along and was By the way, I was at a relative at his sukkah, right? And he was like saying, "Oh, well, Joe Biden's not so bad." He's like, "Well, what do you think he's done that's good?" He's like, "Well, I think it's been good in Ukraine." Well, it's good if he wanted to cause the war, right, and fuck it up royally, right? It's good if he wanted to go to Russia into using nukes. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's bad. By myself. Here's the problem. People just got the words Donald Trump was right stuck in their throat. They're like, no, Donald Trump was wrong. And they hate it because they all know. Do you not recall the best economy of our lifetimes, right? And world fucking peace. None of that rings any bells, right? No, this was all fucking normal, was it? Could you imagine how good it would have been without the creepy weirdo screaming constantly and the FBI and the CIA not trying to fuck him over every 20 seconds? Can you imagine how good he could have had with like being treated like a president? Ah, man. And that's it. The word's stuck in there. Donald Trump was right. Donald Trump was right. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it. And that's a fact, Jack. Man, they do hate that. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what's coming up. Then I will get to the chat. I really want to get to the Alan Moore article, right? That's really important to me. We'll also get the man. There's a lot going on, right? This is what I put out yesterday. Chibnall takes a victory lap in the latest Doctor Who magazine, celebrating his abject failures making Doctor Who. Yes. I should have made abject and failures a lot of the bigger words, and then making Doctor Who all on one line. But yeah, this I think I will drop in tomorrow. Doctor Who magazine review. Oh man, okay. Again, I want to reiterate it. They are, in my opinion, the big new thing they've never done before will be revealing the new branding moving forward. Right now, I don't know if that branding is going to be just for the 60th, and Shooter's going to get his own branding or not. But it's a very traditional 1970s diamond logo. Right, very, very traditional. It was leaked about a week ago. So November 10th is when this era is over. At last, right? It's over. There's a very good supplement in there. I was reading, printed out a bunch. I was reading over Shabbat. House of Dragons, incredible. Yes, awesome, beyond freaking awesome, right? Shield Media desperately trying to generate excitement for Chibnall Whittaker's finale. Just please watch the show. Don't invalidate our fanatical sport with more epically low ratings. I reckon they'll get 5 mil. I mean, really? I hope so. I've also got this one. Real-time rewriting history. Jodie Whittaker's failed legacy as Doctor Who. Jodie, you're the bestest ever. Oh, I know. All the press are saying that now. Yes, I know they are. I am aware that's the case. Was that just coming downstairs? I don't know. Daisy, is that you down there? Sounds like it is. Daisy, come here. It's either Daisy or a poltergeist. I'm hoping it's Daisy. Right. And this I got to drop these soon as well. Star Trek Picard season 3 trailer looked okay. I don't know what to tell you. I'm scared. And then Discovery. I should really redo this thumbnail. Just put Picard over. I make Burnham bigger and Picard bigger and get rid of Janeway and whatever fucking names. I hate that show. Lower Decks. So that looks like it might be good, but who knows? And Discovery Season 5, it's a piece of shit. Piece of unwatchable shit. This, I think, looks good. I think this looks good. I am actually up for this, right? Oh, it's the cat. It's not the dog. I hear his little bell. Yeah, so I think Wednesday is going to be good. I recommend that. Well, I'll find out. I'll find out if it's good in a few weeks. How long? It's like 1 week to go to Jodie? Twas the week before Jodie. Jordan Lee. Ian Fleming described James Bond as resembling Hoagie Carmichael. Oh, yeah, I looked him up before the show started. Wait, did I find a picture of him anywhere? Let's have a look. I thought I did find a picture of him. Hoagie Carmichael. Where are you, mate? Where are you? Hang on. Is it over here? No. I'll just do it again. Hoagie Carmichael. There is it. Okay, here we go. We got a picture. All right, so kind of Don Draperish. Kind of Don Draperish, right? That's it. Okay. I mean, all right. I think that's why I think Tom Hiddleston is their best bet, right? 100% their best bet. Just don't do anything. Don't do anything until after the apocalypse. About 6 months, mate. Don't do anything. We should be good. Well, at least they're not changing the sex or race of James Bond if Matt Smith is the next 007. He's not. It's bollocks. Okay? The odds were slashed. It's bollocks. Would he be a good Bond? I think he'll be a good anything. I think it'll be an interesting Bond. But yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, he's a great actor. But I don't know. I don't even think he's in the running, frankly. I think Henry Cavill has to be if they're sane. Right? I didn't tell you. No, let's go back over here. I'm like, they should have got Henry Cavill before he got famous. Now he's huge. We got then. So that's Mr. Jekyll and Hyde. Paul Tosland says RTD is going to stick with the Timeless Child. Mark my words. Well, here's the thing. I know RTD hates it. I know he hates everything that Chibnall's done. Right? I mean, that's just he hates it. Right? That was a big motivation to him coming back. He hates it. So, does that mean he's going to get rid of it? I think he probably. Will he get rid of it in a way that people can still keep it if they want it? Yes. Yes. He doesn't want to hurt his peeps. That's true. And they are his peeps who love it, right? That's basically it. They are his peeps. Darren M is there. How you doing, Darren M? Who else we got here? Matthew J. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Philip Bogart. How are you doing, my friend? There we go. So the Soda Rangers here. Thank you for joining us. Soda Rangers. Darren M. Hit the like button. That is very good advice. Very, very, very good. I sign up my Substack. Yes, again, I keep plugging this. I've got to actually send it out. The Imperium, a love letter to Teddy Fancy of the 1960s. Going out to the Pay Substack this month. I'm prepared for the winter. I've got an electric blanket. Yes, but you might not have electric. Right? You're halfway there, mate. You're halfway there. Biden, get back to work, peasants. No extended summer for you. Yeah, essentially. Even if Labour's in power, it'll be years before they can sort out the mess in it. Again, anybody can sort out the mess, right? But like not these fuckers who try to run the country. Right, I mean, like there are many people who could sort out this mess, but again, the arseholes trying to run the country, the toffs, right? Yeah, the uppity toffs. I don't let them do anything. Oh God! And look, Liz Truss is so the Prime Minister for 2022, such a bland female, right? And she is. She's just bland. Oh God, She-Hulk was awful, by the way. It was like so self-consciously self-hating. Yeah, so I was talking about She-Hulk, saying it actually makes sense if they're going for the Matt Faction kind of like Charles Soule thing, which I enjoyed at the time, right? I really did enjoy it at the time, but again, it's on the context of a larger, a functional MCU. So anyway, but the people making it have no idea. Right, they have no idea, and they do really hate superheroes. They hate people who like superheroes, and they hate criticism. Right, that's what at least the last episode is about, this making Doomcock into the villain, which was a bit sad, really. It really is a bit sad. I'm sorry you're getting pissed taken out because you're doing a shitty job, mate. Okay, but you don't do a shitty job. But again, this is the year of second generation on participation trophies. They can't be hurt. I criticize Labour. Yeah, Keir Starmer is too scared to answer that. Wes Street does, though. I don't know. The only person I would say if I could raise a scepter and Dotham Prime Minister and give him control over the UK, it will be. I will do. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll do a board of which would have on it Johnny Lydon, Alan Moore, and Nigel Farage, and also what's his name? what's his bloody name? I listen to him all the time. He's quite good. Very, very different worldview from me. I'll look him up. Now I'm just annoyed. Must be. He's in my subscription. Russell. What's he called again? Russell Brand. Right. So again, you get Nigel Farage, balanced out by Alan Moore. Russell Brand. Who else? Who else did I say? Alan Moore. Oh, and John Lydon. Okay, honestly, that's the small council to run the UK very well, right? That small council will come up with some weird shit that will be wonderful. Man, could you imagine that? The brain power of those crazy geniuses. And Nigel Farage. Like, Nigel Farage's not a genius. He just like says the bleeding obvious. Like that's really it. And they, oh god, they hate the bleeding obvious, don't they? Oh, they hate the bleeding. Like if we if we have unlimited immigration, then it's bad. You racist. What? Anyway, let me get through the chat. Okay, I got lost in thought. I'm terribly sorry. Damn, good to see. Family meal planet. Yes, it's a big deal. Okay, big deal. Although my wife, for her birthday, she wanted one thing, right? She wanted her Kenwood blender fixed. She's been kneading challah by hand for like a year. Right? She just wanted it fixed. So I finally got my son to do it and take care of it. And you know, I gave him my credit card, took care of it, and then. On Friday night, my wife mentioned, "Oh, I hope I get a fixed cake. That's all I want." And my son was like, "Oh, I haven't even taken it yet." He was winding her up. I'm like, "Please don't do that. I want to kill him. Don't. No." Well, he had taken it and brought it back, and so my wife was like, "Oh God, I just wanted that." And then. Right. So anyway, she became it tonight, like first opportunity because it was when Savills was over, and my son was saying, "Yeah, they said when you make dough with it, you can only do it at this speed." And I was like, "Really?" And she looked at it because she's been looking at buying new ones, and she's like, "Well, what? How many watts is it?" Or something. I'm like, well, "We don't like. Nobody knows, darling." And so she's looking at it. And, that's only 300 watts. The new one she was looking at was about 1200. I'm like, well, I think that answers your question, right? I think that answers your question. Although yeah, oh yeah, no, I guess that they'll be a forthcoming gift. I'm sorry, I just got my mind completely thrown away thrown off because I remember again Dewey problems, mate. Dewey problems. We found an unused carton of herring this morning for our little. Me and my wife have a little kiddish every morning. Yeah, just left out to the sucker for it. A bit of a pain in the ass, but never mind. Anyway, we found the extra herring. It was very, very exciting. There's few blessings as great that God can bestow on a Jew than giving them extra pickled herring. I doth you herring, O Lord. And the children of Israel rejoiced that when the cured fish came amongst them. Verily, Countdown Crash Course is here. How are you doing, Countdown Crash Course? Monk of Magnesia is here. How are you doing, Monk of Magnesia? I hope you're well. DC is here. 1 week to Arena Jody. Thank God. Thank God. I'm going to remind everyone there's an official Scooby-Doo adult series in the making that race swaps half the characters. Well, listen. If you want like a more authentic Scooby-Doo, it just like if you want more authentic superhero movies, go to porn. I guess somebody did. Somebody showed me the flyer for it, the porn Scooby-Doo, and it was just like it looked like a really good movie. God, dare I look it up? Okay, I'm going to look it up. If it's too dirty, I'm running from it. Scooby-Doo porn parody. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think it was clean. Okay, no, leave me alone. Really? Okay, here. Yeah. This looks like Scooby-Doo. Right, now let me close it. God. Here. Like, that looks like Scooby-Doo to me. Really? And they don't even have Scooby-Doo in it. I mean, that just kind of makes it better. Who is this? It's directed by Eddie Powell. I don't know Eddie Powell, but I just saw the the penis here in over here. That's very inventive. That should be a bone, I guess. Brie Olson, Bobby Starr. Oh, I heard of Brie Olson. Lily LeBeau, Chad Alva. Never heard of Chad Alva. Michael Vegas and Scooby. I mean, look at that. Shaggy looks like Shaggy. Where do I know Brie Olson? She was, what's his name? Was it Charlie Sheen's girlfriend? Oh, which one is it? Oh, that's it. Let's have a look. Who was Charlie Sheen banging? I mean, by the way, you can go Asian on the Velma. I wouldn't mind, baby. I guess this must be Brie. Oh boy, yeah. Listen, mate, Charlie. It makes complete sense. Okay, but that looks more fucking authentic. I mean, it's like, I'm not being a dick. That's just the fact. That looks like a more authentic version of Scooby-Doo than the other one. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, fine. That you got me off on a bit of a tangent there. Okay, that was a bit of a tangent. I will admit to it. Okay, these things happen. Cyberbat strike. Ka-cha! 1 week before the end, but the moment has been prepared for. But yeah, so Rusty Davis is working very hard. He might keep the China's child, but I know he hates it, right? You know, it's the thing. He absolutely this is why he hates it. The same reason that the Egyptians hate Hamas, right? My son was asking me, like, who, like, we're talking about other places that we can move in Israel, and he says, so who would you rather have to deal with, Hamas or Hezbollah? I'm like, well, I guess Hezbollah. They seem quiet. He's like, no, wrong answer. See, Hezbollah are in it for the long term, right? They are dangerous, they are armed, and they will only move if they have a reason, and then they will kill you, right? Hamas likes making noise, but Hamas is an embarrassment to the Arab world, right? Because they keep losing. They're like the greatest losers in Arab history. And so the Egyptians are embarrassed by them. This is the same thing that Russell T. Davies feels about the Chibnall era. He's embarrassed by this utter disastrous failure, right? Okay, Chris Chibnall is to Russell T. Davies what Hamas is to the Egyptians. Philip Bogart says, Trump did one thing right, the economy. Look, I do want to throw in world peace as well, right? The Abraham Accord, like literally world peace. You know, there was that, right? There was that. I'd rather Connor be president 24 than Trump, be honest. Honestly, I think I could get behind that. But again, I think something apocalypse is going to happen in the next 6 months. Okay, Mr. Jekyll and I says, how about Ron DeSantis president? Ron DeSantis is the only choice to make if you want to win that election, hands down, right? He is the only choice that you can make. However, I would still run with Trump because I don't think it's an election. I think it's a war. I think it's a war that the elites, Joe Biden, whatever, have forced upon the working classes of America. And if you're at war, even though he's a combat veteran, don't get me wrong, but I think Trump will. I think Trump is the flaming sword, right? I don't think he realized that what he was dealing with first time round. None of us did. Like, listen, one of the good things about Trump is you saw all the insane corruption come out about the FBI. You know, like there's the insane amount of corruption. You know, like the FBI did indeed, manufacture evidence for Russian collusion hoax that they then engaged in for years to gum him up. Because why? Because he wasn't following the plan. He got them out of Afghanistan. I think the bots' withdrawal from Afghanistan was a intentional punishment from the Al-Betters about how not to listen to them, right? And I think they want Lindsey Graham's been stroking himself off since 2015 about starting a war in Ukraine. Nah. Again, if I controlled the world, I would add the word piece of shit in Lindsey Graham's name, like Lindsey piece of shit Graham. See, it's not left or right wing I hate. It's establishment versus people. Right. Oh, yeah. I was talking about. I finished talking about the why everything woke fails, because it's not made to inspire goodness. It's made as an expression of narcissism, right? It's made as an expression of pure narcissism to elevate themselves, and so that's all it needs to do. That's why it failed so absolutely completely, right? Absolutely completely. Fine. I want to get to an article. Let's start. I'll start with Doctor Who. I feel guilty not starting with Doctor Who. Okay, even though must I? Where is it? It's over here. It's over here. Go. What was with preview? A bit of preview action. Go all the way up here. I tell you, that supplement Marcus Hearn put out in Doctor Who magazine, I would call it very good. Right? I think it was really excellent. I think they did a great job. I got to print out the rest for tomorrow. Oh, here it is. 1 second. Here we go. Share screen. So anyway, yesterday I watched not only Lord of the Rings finale, which was a piece of unwatchable shit, right? Just shit beyond shit, right? I also watched the last 2 episodes of She-Hulk, which was, I mean, they literally ran out of ideas, right? I mean, like when you stop the narrative and you go, oh wait, I don't want to do this, it means you don't know what you're doing. It means you've run out of ideas, mate. That's what it means. 1 second. Just trying to get this to be a better shape, she cried. Okay, fine. Good enough. So, more Chris Chibnall questions. I just find the inside of his mind fascinating, right? Absolutely fascinating. Doctor Who magazine's TARDIS contains 120 tantalizing, taxing, and trivial questions. My guess is trivial is where they're going. Each interview must answer a random selection. Okay. I want to see what this interview by Emily Cook. Oh, Emily, don't make me dislike you. Above, Christian was showrunner and lead writer of Doctor Who from 2017 to 2022 at West Bay, Bridgeport, Dorset, one of the main locations for the show Broadchurch. You know, I could just film the show right outside my front door. That would be really convenient, right? That would be really convenient. And then I'll be on hand to help my children with their A-levels. 1 second. Look at the diversity! Oh, it's so diverse. Oh, it's so diverse. There's literally nobody yet. Oh, there's Mandipkill. There's one. He might just be tan, though. Let's give him it, okay? There's one non-white person thus far. Fuck me. The diverse 2, 3. I bet they got them in from marketing. 3 people who aren't bloody, not just white, shiny white. 4. Yeah, won't stop you lecturing us about it, cunt. 5, let's have a look. Olivia, would you be Doctor Who? Fuck off. You must be out of your fucking mind. Yeah, I'll do it, Icky Thump. There you go. And that's what happened. I'm not she said, so she said, beach couch in that language. Doctor Who magazine visiting with, oh bloody, this goes on forever. Here's this is a regular tour of the local area. This is Broadchurch location tour from the series Friday. Okay, fine. It's hard not to discuss the award-winning ITV drama, the thing that gave him, beat a road to Doctor Who for us, unfortunately. Nevertheless, our conversation moves to Doctor Who. It was the 3rd series of Broadchurch. We were just doing it before I started Doctor Who. We did some initial writers' meetings for Doctor Who. I apologize. I do apologize. It was the third series of Bluetooth. We were doing just before I started Doctor Who. Yeah, is your calendar that full now, Chris? No, it isn't. We did some initial writers' meetings for Doctor Who during the filming of Broadchurch, and David Lever came in and talked to the writers, and then Jodie Whittaker, way before he was even in the frame for the Doctor. Yeah, I was still begging Olivia Colman then. Came into the room because he wanted to meet Mallory Blackman. Oh, Mallory. Oh no, it's Jodie Whittaker. Oh, Mallory. You thought Mallory. You're so much better than me. You're right. I am. I'm a Nubian princess. Yeah, you thought. Oh, I agree with you so much about being a Nubian princess. You're so much better than me, and we're all so sorry. Just let me take a knee. This is right and proper. You thought. Oh, this is good to meet you. Who went on to co-wrote author of the episode Rose, where co-wrote the episode Rose. Do you remember Rose? Right, that's the one where we pointed out racism in the system, and it hasn't changed one bit, has it, Donald Trump? It was a piece of shit, okay? Chris, hate to be honest to tell you this, Rosa was a piece of shit. I mean, the episode Rosa of Doctor Who was a piece of garbage. It was puerile, unprofessional, full of plot holes, and riddled with hatred. It was shit beyond shit. An embarrassment that you put that the BBC wasted their taxpayers' money to make that unwatchable virtue signal, right? You're just desperately trying to go, see, I'm with you, brothers. Oh, I'm one of the good ones. I feel sorry for being white, right? God, they make me sick, these racists. That was in 2016. That was 2015. That now feels like a lifetime ago. When Chris just accepted the job of Doctor Who, said, "Please, why? No, don't do it, mate." When Doctor Who magazine spoke with Chris in the early days of his tenure, he wasn't keen on the term showrunner. Yeah, don't say I'm responsible. No, you're responsible. Has he warmed up to now? Well, you don't really have a choice. Just like when everybody said, "Oh, Chris, that's unwatchable shit." Right? You don't really have a choice, do we? It's less about the term and more about what I feel, because it's a team effort. It's not just me. There is no I in TEAM. It's about a term. It's about a team effort, and everything is placed on a showrunner. Then other, but yes, look, there were things that weren't awful. I think they're the things that you didn't get a chance to touch, right? I thought some of the production time was excellent. I just assumed you were not available on that time. It's no focus on the showrunner role that I feel uncomfortable with, because there are so many brilliant people on the show. Blame everybody else, please. Chris, there's a picture of all these people that help you. Have you seen it's not very diverse? Did you notice there's 6 black people here, right? I mean, 7, if you count Toes and God, I guess you can. I mean, 7 out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So let's say, look, approximately 120 people. So 7 out of 120 people. That's, is that the natural racial demographics of your country? You idiot cunts. Oh, you idiot cunts. I feel it deserves so much credit because of the huge contribution. So it's a bit awkward. Doctor Who is such a hard show to work on. Well, it was hard for you because you were shit at it. Chris confirmed. For me, my whole thesis is I had it on Broadchurch, I had it on Law and Order, those things I didn't fuck up royally, is that you had to enjoy your work. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it, but let's be fair, didn't really work out very well, did it? Did it, mate? They have to have a positive atmosphere as you can ever make, because these are the days of people's lives. What? It's everybody's day. People's lives are invested in the show. Also, you have a nice time working on Doctor Who. If you can't enjoy that, then really, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I won't take that away from you. What you did was shit. Maybe if you enjoyed it less, and performed more, it would have worked out for the better, right? Okay, production challenges. Chris described on 577. It's clear that our outgoing, for want of a better showrunner, they could have just blamed it on COVID and she's out, right? Do an animated special, anything. They could have ended this shit, but no, right? No, they're not allowed to be wrong, right? They have to be fucking right about it. I'm sorry you were wrong. It failed. Oh, that's just the bottom line. It totally fucking failed. I'll go, and then he says, smiling in a nearby restaurant, how we order some cappuccinos to begin. How was it? How many are we going? He said, all of them. Asked Chris. We say fine. So it's got all these questions. Let's see. Oh God, it's such an emergency. My heroes: Barack Obama, Paul McCartney, and a bloke you don't know. Because I don't put the bloke you don't know in to make you feel like I'm smarter than you. You're not. I've seen your work. You're not smarter than anyone. Which of the three people, alive or dead, your ideal dinner party guest? That's a good question. Honestly, I'm going for Alan Moore, Johnny Lydon, and Nigel Farage. I like that. I like that council. Okay, listen, Russell Brand, you seem like you'd be a bit irritating, mate. Okay, I don't know. Listen, can I get John Cleese and Michael Palin in there as well? That would really be nice, right? John Cleese, Michael Palin. That would just make everything easy better. OMG, it's an amazing question. I think I'd have Barack Obama. Hi, did you miss being president? I'm still president. I know, Mr. Obama, President Obama. Who's not going to have him? Me. Jurgen Klopp. Oh, fuck off. And definitely Paul McCartney. Are you a Beatles fan? Massive Beatles fan. And Jurgen Klopp is Liverpool's football manager. Okay, who gives a shit? He's very inspiring. Do you think your free guest will get on? Yeah, I'll be a bit worried that I'll be serving the drink. Listen, I don't see Alan Moore and Nigel Farage. Johnny Rotten getting on. Johnny Lydon. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of big egos in that room. I think Nigel Farage will probably be the most conciliatory and peaceful. I really do. That's my take on things. Yeah, I'll be a bit worried, but also I want their wives and my wife too. Is that allowed? Oh, we're not talking about a romp. We're talking about a dinner. Can we bend the rules? Or can we bend the rules? Or maybe just bend over, baby. For an outgoing showrunner, can't we? Oh, God, go away. If you were a superhero, what power would you have? The power to drain the energy and life and joy out of anything, right? Like you did with Doctor Who. Yes. Yeah, that's who you would be, right? That is exactly who you would be. So what does he think, man? I mean, time travel, I think time travel is pretty irresistible, isn't it? To be able to go back and say, Chris, for fuck's sake, stop! Don't do anything. Don't it, Jodie? Jodie, what you got? Oh, Jodie, I made a mistake, darling. I made a mistake. I meant to say, fuck off. You can't be Doctor Who. My mistake. Yeah, do you have Michael Sheen's number? Right. And then let's find people who can write Doctor Who. Right? Yeah, that's what we want with a time machine with you. To be at different times, I bet he's got a boring use of it. To see history and future, and also see the people you've lost and visit their best days. Well, they weren't Doctor Who. It's got to be a great option. I'd like to take it in minus Any downsides, though, please just give me a TARDIS. That's a TARDIS going a bit of a funny one, me. CD, vinyl, or download or streaming? I'm more of a download, I guess. Well, streaming and vinyl, I sort of want to have my cake and eat it. I kind of agree with you there, actually. It's the great thing about theming is you get anything you want, and you've been you can find a song you've been thinking about for 40 years. It's been doing some research for a project that about music recently. I found so many great obscure street on things on streaming service that are great, but sound of vinyl. My son's got a vinyl turntable recently, and the sound is quality is better. It's the warmth. I think look, we've just found a place where me and Chibs agree. Well done. Aside from being what are your musical days? Oh, no, everything really. I nothing offensive and nothing not good. I'm really eclectic, to be honest. So to say, hard to say. I listen to music when I'm writing. I do playlists for each project. Fuck me. Those playlists must be like, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. I bet that's how he writes it so badly, right? It does a different playlist. Each ever do. I've done 10 playlists for the edit. Okay. Oh, now it's on board already. That's the great thing about Spotify. Most of the directors have a playlist for me from me at the start of the episode. And so doing the edit, it helps them with the temp sound. Oh, go away. I'm bored. Do you play any musical instruments? Yeah, I play guitar badly. I play enough to sing along to. I bet you don't, mate. Hate to be on telly. I bet you don't. You suck. You suck. Oh, Matt Smith's great, but you suck. You suck. You suck. Matt Smith's great, but you suck. When Matt Smith came off set after doing his big jammy Dodger speech, he handed it to my elders. Well, you see, he seems like a fun guy who understands Doctor Who. How old are your kids now? Well, they're 19, the other 16. I need to help them with their A-levels. Fuck off, Dad. Leave me alone. Are they Doctor Who fans? Oh, yeah, for sure. Just like all liberal children. They're liberal children have a really fun time with Doctor Who. Their mothers tie them to the chair and poke them with lit cigarettes if they stop watching. Because they love it so much. They don't want to miss anything. And then they take selfies and put it on or whatever, their Facebook or Instagram with their parents, you know, so they can see how right on they are. Everybody watching and enjoying Jodie. Yeah, maybe that happens. Yeah, I got people about 90 when he was okay, blah blah blah. He went to David Tennant's Dalek Manhattan, blah blah blah. Power 3, victory for the Daleks. When Matt came at set with a big jammy Johnny speech, he gave it to my elders. Pretty good. Those are the times you get to be a cool dad. I bet you even weren't then, mate. I bet you even weren't the cool dad then, right? I bet you're still in embarrassment. What items do you carry with you? Phone, wallet, keys. More my love for my family. Fuck off, pretentious cunt. Oh, God. Look, if you got beat up at school, I kind of understand it. Okay, it wasn't about being adopted. I guarantee you that, mate. Okay, no. What was your first job? Paperbound in Liverpool. Informed me, yeah, when I'm cleaning windows. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, it was great, apart from Sundays when I had to actually do the work. Because on Sundays, particularly then, when it was in the 1980s, there were so many supplements. I used to love that shit, right? The people would have like 7 or 8 times the supplements. And the thing was, I'd have one bag during the week, and then you'll need 2 bags on Sunday. All those dead toys. Oh, God, you're saying it was heavy. Oh, man. Trying to get through a Chibnall interview is tough, right? It is rough. It's just like you kind of just lose your will to live halfway through. You're like, oh, God, make it end. Make it end. Oh, one rumor I heard is Jodie's regenerating all through the episode. All right, it's all told in flashback or something. I wonder if that's true. I guess we'll find out, are we? I guess we will. Did you walk or cycle your delivery route? Oh, fuck off. How do you get Michael? I'm just rewatching Sopranos. He's great, that guy. Michael Imperiani or whatever his name is. What's your middle? God, fuck off. Do you speak any language? French? Okay. Fine, let's go over here. I went to see a big 1,000-seater old theater, and it was an incredible night. I felt like I could speak French that night. I was watching it in French, thinking, "Oh, he went to see he learned some French, right? I know everything that's going on there." Then Buntas was made in France as well, and then the French remake was called Malatra. Okay, Malatera. It was set in Corsica. It's a Smith Deacon remake. They can't be Michael Imperioni. It was how old were you? Oh, only a tiny bit. They just paid me. I went out on the set once. And just got on and did it. I was fairly straight. It was a fairly straight remake. They had a great director, Jean Xavier Desad, who also did a documentary called Staircase, which is brilliant true crime documentary. Do you remember your first kiss? Well, of course you do. You're like, no, Mr. Biden, get off. Take your tongue out my mouth. Who are you? Why is Joe Biden in my bedroom? What's going on? No, don't touch me there. Do you want to think I'm going to put that in Doctor Who magazine? I guess so. Were you well behaved at school? I'm going to guess yes. Painful SWAT is my guess, right? Let's see what it is. Yeah, I was a bit of a hoot. So one time, I didn't give the prefect the chalk prefect his chalk in the right way. Let's see what he's got to say. God help us. God help us. I was okay. God, you're nondescript, really? Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that you were nondescript and nobody noticed you? I can remember now a few detentions. The only thing that got me through school was music. Oh, my love for music. It was crushed out of me, of course. I was in a band and we used to play at the school assemblies. We were also in a band outside the school. I can't. Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone. By the way, French Olivia Colman, very bangable. Very bangable. He likes Gregory Girl. Anyway, how do we get into Gregory Girl? What? I didn't mind it. I went to sort of get A-level because that's when I started getting involved in drama. We did a production of Gregory's Girl, and I was Gregory. Oh, God, please. Please. Somebody send me a video. My English said, you should go and do this and this. I said, really? I have to put that in my mouth? Yes, it'll be fine. Just close your eyes. And that's how I learned how to make television. But I didn't love school. I wasn't super well behaved. What are we most scared of? I've read my reviews month. Cancer diagnosis. Oh, that's right. Right. Why do you belittle Graham's cancer then? Was it okay? Did he do anything about Graham? Oh, he speaks about Can You Hear Me? Fuck me. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it was definitely in there, but also knowing lots of people who have gone through that, I wanted Graham to be someone who's seen as who's seen a better life, but also does have certainty, and it would be a really good way to find a way to demonstrate that. His fearful but not complacent. I think you have that moment in Can You Hear Me? The worst moment in Doctor Who ever. Where Graham is saying about his fear of having cancer return, and Doctor's like, "Yeah, I don't know how to handle that." Yes, your doctor is fucking useless. I think it's really important. Why? Why do you think that's important to make your doctor useless? Make it a hero, because it's not a hero. This is not heroism. This is not inspire. The role of this is not to inspire anybody to be better. What this is for is to make you feel good about yourself. This is narcissism. The doctor reaction to that theme, I've had numerous times People do behave like that situation. We don't want the dog to be a normal person. Idiot. God. And I got more shit to say. And when anybody does, I don't think she should be behave like that. I go, people respond in really weird way to these conversations. Yes, but you want your hero to be heroic. You don't want to be anti-heroic. Understand people are like, I don't know what to do with this. And there's another version of the scene where the doc's saying, it's okay, Graham. It's all right. I'm here for you. But okay, how about a genuinely inspirational speech, right? How about that? That's what Tom Baker would do. That like, fucking hell, inspire their greatness. Oh man, the amount you don't know about Doctor Fucking Who is insane. It's insane. Sweet or savory? Do I have the teeth forever? Okay, go away. Do you have any phobias? Mine is watching your Doctor Who, right? Your Doctor Who brings me out the EPGBs. Hey, first up, when was Earth? It was high upon a crane fight. I don't care. If you could travel back in time and offer your younger self some advice, what would it be? Okay. Yeah, I think I'd give myself advice on stuff that you wouldn't, rather than the stuff that you would do. You might, don't do Jodie Whittaker. You might go and swerve a couple of things, maybe, but don't go out with this person. Surely the thing that we all want to say to our younger selves is, it's going to be okay. No, was way more confident back then. He's going to be saying that to me. I'm like, he'll look at me and say, you look like shit. No, I'm not going to be okay. I'm going to turn into you fat cunt. What the hell? Yeah, that's what my younger self's going to say. He'll have to inspire me. You're going to have some days that are difficult and some days that are amazing. And you'll be the worst Doctor Who ever. All right, the absolute worst. You're going to find people who love you. People are going to be good mates. And you're going to have a job you like. Good fucking for you. You're going to have a job you like to do. Okay, well, yeah, look, your life is all fucking gravy then, mate. Those are the things we worry about. I don't know what age you go back and say, really, everything's going to be okay. I don't know. Again, not entirely convinced myself, mate. Don't know what to tell you. Oh, that's a bit bonkers. That reminds me. Here, let me pull this up. Hang on. Stop screen. Yep. Right there. Okay, 1 second. I think we're doing the Alan Moore story next, but I think I got this. Is this it? Yeah, I don't know if this is a real story or not, but this is not what I was looking for. Hang on, there's this. Yeah, this is one of the things I've been meaning to get to, right? Do I go looking for the other thing? Have a quick look. Let me see if it's on my desktop anywhere. Is this it? Nope. It's kind of. I think it's an important talking point. Oh, yeah, maybe this is it. No, that's not it either. Dang it. Okay, let me have a quick look. Okay, it might be in my messages. Bunch of people sent it to me, but it's from a while ago now, so I've got to go back. Hang on. Don't know. It was before the premiere. Hang on. Oh, Twitter's a nightmare. Twitter's just a relentless nightmare. That's how I. Oh, here it is. Right, this is where we should totally talk about this. Firstly, Ian Levine's response to the trailer, which I've been meaning to get to, calls a bit of a Ferrari, as I believe. Here we go. All right, we got 2 weeks to go. The Power of the Doctor. The end of Doctor Who's worst era in its 60-year life. The worst ever Doctor and the worst by far showrunner we have ever suffered. Roll on Rusty Davis. But yet part of me still hopes it will be good. And that's really where I am too, mate. I mean, again, I am very encouraged by the overwhelming reports that Rusty Davis hates the time of the show, hates everything that Christian does. But then, at the same time, then you get things like this. Now, I have no idea of the veracity of this at all, right? Or the source. Here, let's have a look at this guy. So this guy called Who Hats. I've never heard of him before, right? So the news. Shooty Gatwa reveals he's been given a Doctor Who starter pack by Rusty Davis. Gatwa says, Russell, give me some DVDs to watch to get me in the mood. So far, I watched The Centauran Experiment, Time Lash, and Blink. Time Lash is hands down my favorite. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, like, I don't know. I just think this is I think this is the Jodie fans freaking out. Okay, I really genuinely do. I think it's the Jodie fans freaking out because they are freaking out. Okay, I mean let's be clear, they are freaking out. Now here, this caused a lot of people to freak out, and I've been wanting to get to it for a while. So let's have a look at this story. Doink. Firstly, you see there's a picture of V for Vendetta there. For somehow my copy of V for Vendetta has vanished. I don't no idea where it is. I have to get a new one. Can you get black and white V for Vendetta? Let's have a look. 1 second. Let's quickly look this up. Black and white V for Vendetta. Black and white edition. They still make, I want the black and white edition. Isn't black and white? But did they ever release a black and white version? Now this thing, the 30th anniversary. This is yes, excellent by the way. So see inside. I don't think it's black and white, right? So it can take look inside. Let's have a look, see what it has to say. Up, come back. Okay, doink, doink. Because I just really like the black and white. I hate to tell you this. I just like, is it one color or is it black? Oh, I bet it's going to be color. Do I still want it? Because I need a copy of V for Vendetta. Man, Kindle edition is $28. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks like it's color. Hang on. Yeah, it looks like it's color. I know. Look, there's not a black and white version. There's not a black and white version. What are you going to do? Why would you pay $28 for the Kindle edition when it's hardcover's the same price? That's cray-cray. Right? That's totally cray-cray. Now I've got to find the original artwork. Do I need to go back? Was it on this page I did it? No. Hang on. Where'd it go? Is it bleeding cool? I want to get to that. Oh, here we go. So yeah, Watchmen creator Alan Moore, who I respect tremendously, says adults who enjoy superhero media are engaging in kind of infantilization that can often be a precursor to fascism. I mean, yeah, I guess, but like a lot of this is driven by, like he's outgrown the medium. The media's taking a shit on him, right? He got shafted. I don't know. So there's a lot of that going on. Let's see if he explains what he's saying. Making a less trip of his self-imposed exile to criticize the current state of the industry, iconic comic book author Alan Moore expressed concern over adults actively enjoying comic book media as he believes they are engaging in a kind of infantilization that can be a precursor to fascism. I think that's a bit cruel. I don't think you're right. Although again, listen, maybe he just thinks those sort of things beneath him. The legendary Watchmen and Batman Killing Joke ascribe reaffirmed his disdain for the comic book industry. current direction during a recent interview. Well, the comic industry recent direction is garbage, right? And then we all agree. Given the Guardian promotion of the upcoming publication short story collection, Illuminations. I really want to get this, right? I really want to get this. Man, it's a New York Times best-selling author. Oh, no, it's not New York Times bestseller yet, right? Speaking of the stories therein, what can we know about Thunderman? More described as a good riddance to an industry before turning to assure the Garden Smashers, I'm definitely done with comics. Again, he's grown out of the medium. Also, the medium took a shit on him. Right? He's grown beyond the medium. I haven't written one for 5 years, he added. I will always love and adore the comics medium, but the comics industry and all the stuff attached to it just became unbearable. I agree with you. Right? The mainstream industry is trash. You want to sell comics, you gotta be a carnival barker, right? And go and sell it constantly. You gotta be Ethan Van Sciver, right? You gotta be what's it called again? Who did who's doing it was Isop that it's done insanely well, right? There's no you've got to really be dedicated in the medium to be able to be financially viable within it, you know, or you can be like a trans black lesbian. That also really works well. But if you're trans black lesbian, your work won't be that good because based on the other trans black lesbian who the only the only qualification I have is being the aforementioned trans black lesbian. To this end, Moore explained that he took particular issue with the demographic of the entire medium has shifted from young boys to grown adults, as he found it hundreds of thousands of adults are lining up to see a character in situations that created to entertain 12-year-old boys. It always emphasized more boys of, and it was always boys of 50 years ago. He's got a fair point. Listen, it's not good. Right, but yeah, here's the thing. Like the when you realize something, you realize something. Okay, is basically the answer, right? The you know, this holiday cigar, I really realized what had been lost in my community, right? The which I was really fighting hard to keep, but we just couldn't. Yeah, I've talked about this before. My local synagogue, why I love this place, right, is because every type of Jew was felt at home there, right, and we're a very fractious people, but everybody felt that it doesn't matter who they were, what type of Jew they were all welcome, they're all warm, and I think that was basically because the president at the time, this guy called Benny, who was wonderful, right, and if you ever don't listen to Benny, you're making a mistake, right. So you know the synagogue nearly closed down, was nearly torn apart, but one guy kept it together. But it's not the same thing anymore, right? And now it's a normal synagogue. You know, they chased out all the people they didn't like, and it just it's done. It's a done thing. I don't really care. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just normal. I'm done. I really don't care. Yeah, what they do, but it's the same thing, right? I feel that the way I feel about that. And I used to really passionately care about my my cinema. I really did, but they killed it. Right? What do you want out of me? It's dead. It's over. Right? At least again, what I felt was special about it. Now again, a lot of people grow up normal. Like I didn't grow up religious, so I tend to believe this stuff's real. I made an active decision, but a lot of people just grow up with this shit, and they just want it to look the same and be the same. Right? But let's say the way Alan Moore is looking at the general superhero watching audience, right? Is the way I think about most people, right? Like most people don't get what's been lost. I think most people just they're too normy, right? And I think something real precious significance has been lost, right? And again, we're not bad. We're just normal now, right? And I just it's sad. But it's the same. Like, so I look at my, yeah, I look at neighbors, and I'm not being ranking on anyone. It's just like, wow, you live life in a way that I just don't understand. Right? I feel superficial. Right, but I think that's what he's saying to the comic reading audience as well. It was one thing when he was doing like, I mean, the stuff I felt he was doing was of intellectual quality. I've just been reading Miracle, but the stuff is garbage. Like, I mean, look, Cyberfrog is a perfectly weighted comic, right? It reads beautifully, it looks fantastic. It's just never really appealed to me. That type of comic has never appealed to me, right? I've never really liked the '90s style of comic. I like this stuff. Yeah, I like Watchmen, things like that. I like things that you have to read several times. So he's saying basically, isn't it weird how people don't grow up? Most people don't grow up. That is true. I really don't think superheroes are adult fair. Were adult fair. He concluded the Hellraiser, Hell from Hell creator. I think there was a misunderstanding born of what happened in the 1980s, to which I put my hands up for a considerable share of blame, but it was not intentional. Oh, so a lot of this guilt, right? He feels somewhat like Oppenheimer, right? I think like this guilt for creating the nuclear bomb, right? Nuclear energy. Whereas he feels like he created this comic. He created the comic industry basically when things like Watchmen first started appearing. And this is just beautiful. I mean, just is. There was an awful lot of headlines saying comics have grown up. He recalled. I tend to think no, comics hadn't grown up. There are a few titles out there more that people were used to, but the majority of titles were the same they'd always been. It wasn't comics growing up, applying more. I think it was more that comics were meeting an emotional age of the audience coming the other way. That's an interesting idea. Okay, this is a great short story. The cannibalization of the modern culture by superheroes fair was particularly worrying to Moore, as he believed the widespread fanaticism towards the characters and stories intended for children was severe and a perfect primer for the acceptance of general fascism. I mean, look, the sad thing is this. Fascism has come back. Fascism is here, right? Fascism is in the politics that you probably ascribe to, right? Socialism has degenerated into fascism, right? And mainstream left-wing politics in America has degenerated into socialism. You know, the FBI works as a Stasi, works as a secret police, right? They're completely politically, at least many officers of them are completely politically motivated. So you know, fascism has come back, but it's been from the Joe Biden era of the world, right? Which hated the media. So I think that's a reasonable question to ask you, right? If it is a primer for fascism, yet these they are on the vanguard of saying, "Do not destroy our culture," right? Why are they the targets for genuine fascists, the social justice warriors? All right. I would love to hear Alan fill that question. Here's the thing, though, right? Very important. Doesn't matter how intelligent you are, and Alan Moore is considerably more intelligent than me, right? Considerably more intelligent than me. The heart is the captain of the ship. And the smarter you are, they say this about smart people in cults, right? The smarter you are, the more you can justify your own cult. You know, if you more you can justify being in a cult. Whoa, 1 second. What? Okay. I just got a rumor. Man, did I just get a wild rumor that Jodie does regenerate. She regenerates into the Master. Do you think? Man. That could be. Man, I might have to do a rumor patrol video for that tomorrow. That's a good one. I mean, it's a good headline anyway. If it's real, man. You see, here's the thing. People forget the thumbnails and forget the predictions when they're proved wrong. They forget them, like, you got it wrong. And I say all the way through it, I don't know if these are right. But if you get them right, you get them out and you wave them forever. Eric July, that's the guy. Yeah, you got to be a carnival barker to sell comics now. I get it. You've got to stay out of the industry. This bit, again, I think reality has disproved it. I said around 2011 that I thought it was a serious and worrying implications for the future, or if millions of adults were queuing up to see Batman movies, stated more, because there's a kind of infantilization, urge for simpler times, simpler areas that can be often be a precursor for fascism. Again, I mean, the urge for simpler times and simpler ways of thinking, it was the precursor for fascism. We're living in fascism now from a socialist origin. In support of his argument, Moore noted, when we ourselves took a bit of strange detour in our politics with the 2016 election of Donald Trump as president of the United States. Most of the major films were based on superheroes, such as Batman vs. Superman, blah, blah. I understand that, right? Again, we had world peace and the best economy you've ever seen, right? World peace and everybody doing much better, right? Closing out with thoughts on the topic, Moore was asked about by Lee how he felt about the Guy Fawkes mask used as protagonist in V for Vendetta, to which the bearded writer replied, I can't endorse everything that people who take on that mask as an icon might do in the future, of course, but I'm heartened to see it's been adopted by a protest movement across the world. You are an anarchist, mate. You are an anarchist. See, this is why I like Alan Moore. Let him be on. He needs to be meted by Nigel Farage, because we need a protest movement now. Because more than we've ever done before. You failed. Okay, here's the thing: your worldview has completely failed, right? And the heart is the captain of the ship, right? So I think you've got a lot of interesting insights there, Alan Moore. I do. I think you've got a lot of interesting insights. I'm not sure I'm not sure I agree wholeheartedly, but again, I would love to talk to you about that, right? Do you feel we're experiencing fascism now? Because I do, right? I think this destruction of freedom of speech and this enforced gender ideology is very disturbing, right? I don't think it's good for anyone, right? And I think we're always scared about fascism coming from the right wing, because apparently the left wing did a very, very good job conning us. That's what we needed to worry about, right? Instead, we got this weird left-wing fascism. Fine. With that, you are going to suffer with me. You are all going to suffer with me, because I suffered, right? I suffered with Lord of the fucking Rings. Oh, man, it was awful. Again, you cannot do a show about heroes as an expression of narcissism, which is what this is. It's an expression of narcissism. It's not designed to inspire. It's designed to make worthless people feel good about themselves. So not really great. So it starts off, we're over in the Greenwood. And not Gandalf. Obviously Gandalf he's been banished, right, by the Harfoots, because the Harfoots are fucking the biggest dicks you've ever seen, right? So he was given an apple by Brandy Proudfoot, what a fucking name was, and he drops it, right, because he's a proud. And I see somebody over there. Oh, what's going on? He drops the apple and he goes running after it and rolls away. No. And somebody grabs the apple and he's far away from it now. I don't know how they got so far away. It doesn't make any sense, but who gives a shit? He goes there and he's like, whoa, and it's Brandy Parfoot, and then, oh no, eyes turn wide and blah. It's the who gives a fuck, right? It's the scary tall ladies, and they're like, oh, scary tall ladies. And it's like, we're here to serve you, Lord Sauron. And yeah. Again, this would be cool if you weren't an infantile writer that we saw this coming and we know it's bullshit, right? We saw it coming and we know it's bullshit. And they all kneel, and then we get the shitty opening. La 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 la. Won't have to see this for 2 years. Fuck off. But I hope the apocalypse comes before season 2. Oh man, when is season 5 of Discovery? Wow, that's actually an important question for me, because I really would rather the apocalypse. I'm not. It's coming, okay? Discovery season 5 premiere date. When's that coming? So it's ordered in January 2022. Season expected to be premiere in early 2023 for a 10-episode run. Oh, please, let me see Picard first. Do Picard first. It must be Picard. Picard has the start date, right? Picard is February, I believe. Anyway, so then, yeah, I think we might get lucky and have the apocalypse before more Discovery. God, I hope so. Rings of power. Oh God, somebody told them that Galadriel writing things are good. Like, again, you can't be a heroic character if you don't understand heroism, right? You can't be. And the male hero's journey is growing, overcoming great odds, right? That's the male hero's journey. The female hero's journey is you've always been great and making everybody see it, right? And tell me when it's not been that way, right? Rey, Star Wars, Michael Burnham, Discovery, Doctor Who, even though that she's weirdly crap, right? She's weird. That's the other thing. Even though they keep saying they're the best as ever, they keep failing at everything, right? They fail insane. Anyway, so she's riding, stunning and brave. I'm Galadriel. I've sold. Here's the thing, yeah. When you haven't earned a mantle, it doesn't fit. And no matter all the pouting you do in the world, it's not going to fit. Right? And if you have it, it just doesn't fucking fit. She doesn't feel. She should have read the books inside out, right, and known this character and say, wait a minute, the way you're portraying her is nothing like her whatsoever. What are you doing this for? Right? This is not like Galadriel at all, right? So she's she's riding along with Sauron. What's it? Whatever his fucking name is, who needs elfish medicine, and then Calibrawn and what's his name, Elrond, they arguing about who looks gayer. Who has the gayer hair? Calibrawn says, my hair is very, very gay. It looks like it's bouffanted with the cum of 1,000 elves. And Elrond says, that is true. That is true, but my hair is bouffanted with the cum of 1,000 wolves, because I am multicultural. I don't know, and so I can't. Did they just? Oh yeah, So they got a little bit of mithril, right? But everyone's going to die because the dwarves wouldn't let them mine enough. Then the Galadriel shows up. Then, fuck me, you're supposed to be dead. We sent you onto the boat to the giant vagina of light in the sky. Do you not remember that? The giant vagina of light in the sky? I remember the giant vagina of light in the sky. Why don't you remember the giant vagina of light in the sky? I said, oh no, here's what happened. I jumped off the boat in the middle of the fucking ocean and I went swimming and I found the king of the Southlands. Now he's injured. We must help him. And they said, Galadriel, aren't you 6'4"? Why are you 5'2"? Oh, don't answer these questions. So help him and make him better. Okay, so they look and said he's must be attended by elf. Oh, anyway, and Galadriel's smug and stunning and he's like, oh, yes, I'm so glad to see you again, but I'm so gay, right? I'm actually getting my arsehole fingered while I'm talking to you right now, right, by a small elfin child. Thank you, some water, child. You can see the smile on my face as I have my arsehole fingered. You're stunning and brave. Let me ship a little bit with you, Elrond, even though you're taller than me again for some reason. I just did some shipping with Halbrand, who's totally not Sauron. Meanwhile, he's better, and he comes to see Calibrand and says, "Oh, I have a little idea. You could combine your Mithril with another element and make something to stabilize this, get rid of the weird elf cancer shit that you've got, okay? And you can use these stones with them, I guess." And he's like, "Oh, well, I didn't think of that." Meanwhile, the king of Numenor is dead. No, is dying, and so he gives all the apprentices a job of making a monument. This is what's the name? Oh, fuck off! Who are all these people on Numenor? This is the guy who eventually cuts the ring of Sauron's finger. Isildur. So this is Isildur's sister, Shihador, whoever it is, Herodor. She's going to be stunning and brave and draw a picture of the king that I guess will be important somehow for something. I don't give a shit. And it's, you must. Oh yeah, I forgot this scene. It's so shit. Oh my god, I forgot this. You don't know. Go over this. Like what do you want? You can't finger me, okay? I'm the king. Of course I can finger you, but I'm tired. I don't want to finger you. I really don't want to be fingered. Okay, but just go up here. And she comes back, and the king's gone, and he's over there, and it's like, do you remember that scene in House of the Dragon where Viserys garbles something to the wrong person, and they get the wrong idea? We're gonna rip that off right now. Yay! Rip it off. And she goes and looks and says, "Oh my god, what is this?" And we never find out. We don't it's going to be 2 years minimum until we find. Who gives a shit? Meanwhile, the Elf King is a dick. He's a white man, obviously. Elrond's like, "Don't be a dick, although I will suck yours." And for some reason, Galadriel is there, and she has this idea of how to. They have this idea of fusing it with other metals. And said, "No, we don't. We got to get out. This can save us. So this plan's foolhardy. We just got to run." He's like, "But no, we can't run. We can save everyone. No, we got to run." The Calibrand is right, says Galadriel, very stunning and very brave. And she's like, "What the fuck are you doing here, darling? I sent you to the giant vagina of light in the sky by a boat. You jumped off a boat in the middle of the ocean and just swam. And it happened to come across Halbrand, the king of the Southlands. That just happened to happen." Oh, God, so stupid. Speaking of stupid, he walks off and said, "They didn't listen to me." Or, no, this is what's going on. He said, "What? You're getting a blowjob from Elrond right now, aren't you?" "Yes, I am. Oh, Elrond, use your tongue." And then he's walking out with a big spear. And, oh yeah, so fucking stupid. Elrond just says, "I'll go on. Let's try. Let's try." He said, "No, where are we gonna run?" Okay then. You can do it. So they start working on it. Oh, smithering. I wonder if Halbrand is really a master smithy. And they look, they dedicate working with them. Then now again, is she shrinking? Is she like the shortest fucking elf in the world? What the hell? 6'4", you cunts. Okay, 6'4". Wise, not a cunt, not an unbearable twat. Yeah, no, none of that. Oh, fuck me. So he says, "I think that guy who I just happened to find when I was swimming in the middle of the ocean after not getting in the vagina of light. I think that I don't know who he is, but do you have any elf records?" "That I will look for the elf records of the king of the Southlands." Well, thank you very much. And he comes along and says, "Oh, we should ship a little bit more." How is this human towering over Galadriel? Fuck me. It's like, oh, maybe we should just tongue kiss a little bit. Yeah. And she's like, I don't think so. Meanwhile, the scary ladies, said, oh, we must get there. And they have a, I don't know, they're talking shit, and suddenly the Parfoots show up. Well, he makes a big storm, and the Parfoots, well, there's Lenny Henry. I am Lenny Henry. Fuck, I'm awful in this. Let me do a fake Irish accent. And they're all, oh, yes, look, everybody's beautiful. You're not. All body types are beautiful. Yours isn't. They're all watching, and they tie him up for some reason, and they go and try and rescue him. Oh, there's brave little Brandyfoot with a fake Irish accent. And he's like, oh, you can't get her. I will still be heroic, right? And just then they throw a knife at him, and he kills over and dies. He doesn't quite kill over. Oh, and she finds out that's not really him. That the real him is sleeping over there. And he turns into the scary ladies. No, not scary ladies. Yeah, now they throw the knife. Whoosh! Boink! Into Lenny Henry. Oh, I'm over. Yes, there can be black elves. There can be black. Yeah, fine. Whatever the fuck you want. You were shit. Okay, you weren't shit because you're black. You were black because you were shit. Okay. By that I mean they cast a black person because it was a shit character with a shit role, making fun of Irish people, and they wanted it to be criticism proof, right? Not working out so. Meanwhile, he turns back into scary lady, and they're like, but he comes back and saves them. Can't save Lenny Henry though. And they fight. Whoosh! Wow! No! Oh God! Why am I in this show? Okay, Gilbo Baggins is just shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, you can't have heroism when you're writing from narcissism. Honestly. Stunning and brave woman, stunning and brave, and they fight. Then they throw rocks at them and they burn them with their burny burns. He wakes up and he's, oh, help me be Brandyfoot, whatever. Lenny Henry's now alive again. Okay, he just had a knife in the chest, back alive again for some reason, and now they're all going to burn. So then Gandalf attacks them, and they all turn into the Wraith. They go, oh, we're all female Wraiths, they're the best. He's got their staff. And he banishes them away, right? He saves everyone, but Lenny Henry dies. He said, hey, can I just stop and see the sunset? The big horror. Oh, just in the right time. Now I'll die. And he's dead. Fuck off. Meanwhile, the blind king or queen of Numenor gets ready to go turn to Numenor. Said, you're blind, but I have man boobs. I know you have man boobs. Everybody in Numenor has man boobs. Although my armor has awfully good boobs, I have to tell you. Then when they get there, they go, oh, what is happening at Numenor? Apparently the king is dead, right? That's what the black flags mean. King brown bread. Forget Numenor, they're gone, fuck off, won't see them again. Do you like the dwarves? Me, they're gone, fuck off, won't see them again. Meanwhile, bang! They have trouble fusing the mithril, and amazing Halbrand comes up with the answer. Meanwhile, she has learned that he's not Halbrand at all. That line died thousands of years ago. And it's like, you've been fibbing to me, and I can see they all died a long time ago. Who are you really? He's like, I guess I'm a hot guy. Let's get it on, baby. You want to get it on with me? No, you're Sauron. And you're so much taller than me. That makes sense now. And he wakes up. She's in a childhood dream. And he's taking the form of her dead brother, who says, oh, I'm super gay too. Right? We're all super gay. And he tried to talk her into joining her. And she's back with him in the ocean. And he's like, I'll never join you. And he wants to rule with her at her side, right? That's his goal. And she's like, oh yeah, we could just totally get it on, baby. He's like, no, I will kill you because I hate Sauron. You won't get me. You worst. Oh no, I'm the worstest ever. I mean, really, what are they even fucking thinking? Galadriel, fuck off. And then she's underwater, and she wakes up, and it's Elrond, and what's the name goes, hi, I'm super faggy still. I can tell that. Like, I don't know if this actor is gay or not. He's acting fucking gay. He's acting pretty faggy, right? And like, honestly, I don't get this at all. I said, oh, well, yeah, we worked out Misra. We were using too much power to merge them together. And they get there, and they've worked out how to do it. They can't make a crown. They got to make something smaller, maybe rings. Now, for some reason, Gandalf can talk properly, okay? And they're like, oh, we're going to go off next season together on our own side quest. Side quest, yay, I'm Gandalf. Lenny Henry's dead, right? Their Pathfinder's dead. It's okay. It's okay. They have a stunning and brave woman who can do it now. Everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be fantastic. We've got a new girl boss, so there's nothing ever to worry about. Things are only ever good when you have a girl boss, right? They never go bad. Nothing goes bad when you have a girl boss. And then Diversity High comes up and says, oh, you're holding the map upside down. Be sure to be sure. Oh, everybody's beautiful. You're not. Okay, you're not. Go away. I'm beautiful inside. No, you're not. You're a cunt. Yeah, if you're powerful, you can't. And they're like, oh, we'll go this way now. It's okay. I'm not just a woman. I'm a black woman. I'm a black woman too. And I got ankles in my hair. I'm very excited. And they're like, oh, we decided that you're going to go off with Gandalf, and we're all going to give you a long send off. That's going to take a long time. And I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know. Off they go. Yeah, hug, yeah. Fuck off! You can go now, okay? Go. Oh, and then Gandalf's like, we should just follow our nose. Oh, so much fun. No idea what they're doing. And off they go. Galadriel. They need her dagger, right? They need the purest gold for a dagger to make the mithril, right? And so it melts it down. Oh no! And pours it in, and takes time, and it's boring. Does that look like the Eye of Sauron? I can't tell. And he's like, I'm really enjoying this blow job that Elrond's giving me. Really like this one. Good job, Elrond. I said, well, I did swallow. They work on it. They make their things, and meanwhile, he's found the scroll that she lost, the 1,000-year-old scroll, because she's a cunt and couldn't care less. And they've made rings of power. 3 rings of power for the elf lords. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Yeah, okay. Rings of power. Dun, dun, dun. Meanwhile, Sauron is over here now. Hi, I'm at Mount Doom. Oh, God, shit. I'm not going to do this whole story, but let's show you this headline. This crazy headline. It's just so much of Lord of the Rings, this shit, isn't it? Hang on. Share screen. Chrome tab. It is, where is it? 1 second. Cool. She-Hulk head right. Okay, no. Okay, here, yeah. This is insane. The Rings of Power showrun teased Sauron's character in season 2. He's completely evil, like Tony Soppara or Walter White. Neither of those were completely evil characters. They are both very textured, layered characters. Like, why would you say anything that stupid? They're famous for being textured and layered. Following the absolutely embarrassing finale of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, the first season full and its full realization of the incarnation of Sauron, showrunners J.D. Payne, blah blah blah, said the Dark Lord's characters as being completely. They tease the Dark Lord's characters as being completely evil in the vein of such iconic characters like Tony Soppara and Walter White. So they're saying that he's going to give him a human side. Oh, fuck off. I mean, genuinely, fuck off. So you heard it here first. Jodie is regenerating into the Master, right? Jodie is regenerating into the Master. Got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see what stories I have to go over tomorrow. If I do a news video. Hang on. So we got. Hang on. Share screen. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff, right? Just a ton of stuff. Please, honoring the what worked in Chris Chibnall's era. It's got to be a. It's a short article. It is a short article. What else they got on Bleeding Cool? Jodie Whittaker would love to return. Yeah. Russell hates you. Well, we got to talk about the James Bond thing. I'm not going before I talk about James Bond. I forgot about that. So this is what we're talking about, the climate change thing, right? Because there's video involved with this, which I think it's worth looking at. There's so much crap. I think that's probably enough. But let's look at the James Bond thing. It's now every year since Night Time to Die is finished, ending Daniel Craig's 15-year run, 6-year franchise, 60th anniversary of the 00 franchise, blah, 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 blah. Who's going to get... Okay, so, but then, with everything taken with a pinch of salt, Ian Productions says it hasn't started looking, but the recent change at William Hill earned 11th Doctor star Matt Smith at 20-1 ads, which are cutting off from 40-1. It's not exactly a ringing endorsement. 39-year-old is currently playing Daemon Targaryen in the Game of Thrones prequel House of Dragon. It's freaking awesome. Which may explain the sudden interest in the license. Maybe. License to Kill as James 007. James, I don't know. Back to Barcelona playing characters, classy characters from Professor-like movies to the Doctor, the Prince Philip. I don't know. James Bond is supposed to be like a gentleman spy, isn't he? And to be a spy, you've got to be a psychopathic killer. So I'm sure he'll be very good. In the top list is Michael Fassbender, Douglas Booth, Richard Madden, 12-1. Christian. What else have we got? With Peaky Blinders, Cillian Murphy, that'd be a bad idea. While Callum Turner, Jake Loudon, and Aidan Turner, 14-1. Chiwetti, 84, and Luke Evans at 9-1. Luke Evans, yes. Idris Elba 7-1. James Norton 5-1. Tom Hardy and Henry Cavill 4-1. And Regé-Jean Page. Who's Regé-Jean Page? Never heard of Reggie. Who's Regé-Jean Page? Let's have a look. I hope not. Nothing against him. It's just like, what can I tell you? If a character is supposed to be an English, aristocrat, a gentleman, they're all white, mate. Okay, what do you want? An ancient English family. They're all white. Dr. Alex is here. Dr. Alex has a good show tomorrow. I wish I could be on it. Right? It's talking about the Bible codes. Now, Bible codes. What do the Bible codes prove? Right? Because Bible codes is you've got to know a little bit about statistics to understand what it is. There's a statistical thing where you look at where you look for a word using. Hang on 1 second. Let me just pull up. We'll pull up some images. Bible codes. We get some images. They're all too small. Hang on. Not the first you to hear that. Let me tell you. Hang on. Oh, that's in English. I don't want it in English. I want it in Hebrew. No. I want it in Hebrew, not English. There you go. Yeah, the English ones are bullshit. Oh, let's have a look at that. Fine. We've got these two. Can we make it bigger? Fine. So, what's it about? There you go. Doink. So, a Bible code is, let's say you look for a word with like letters in between them. Like, so let's say if it's in English, you're looking for the word red, right? And then you find the letter R, then you count however many letters it's 17 letters to the next E. So you R, E, and then count 17 letters, the next one's D, then it's like that code. It's the minimum jump to find words, right? So what does it do? It can't predict the future, right? But you can search things retroactively. Like, and there was some really cool stuff like Scud missiles. But wait 1 second. But this is comes from like a reasonably older Jewish tradition. This was just like supercharged. So I knew the guy who developed all this, Howard Gans. But this is from in the following table with 140 letters. We see the minimum skits for the Marshal, 12th of Kislev, the date of his death, the date, the year of his death, and his first name. Right. So they all take place within a relatively small part of the text. So again, you can't. No, it's not gematria. It's not gematria. It's different. So again, it demonstrates there's more levels of meaning programmed into. Also, in terms of statistical improbability, which is like the most important thing, it's about the same as if you shuffled a deck of cards and they came out in their suits rather than they came out, shuffled, right? So, which I was like, oh, that's it. I wish it came out like completely right. No, that's crazy. It can't be replicated on other documents. The big problem with it, especially the New Testament, biggest problem with that is there's no definitive text of it, right? There's about 20,000 different versions of the text. There's like kind of one version of the Jewish Old Testament, but it's fascinating, right? So it shows that as a being that lives outside of time and space, of hyper intelligence, wrote the Bible. So good stuff. I would recommend that. I'd love to be on it, but I'm in the Jewish holiday of Shmini Atzeret, Simchat Torah tomorrow. So what can you do? I'm having milkshakes. Okay, as I said, we're having a dairy meal. Potato cheddar soup, potato cheddar broccoli soup, I think. Fish, like a white fish, Caesar salad, mozzarella sticks. Was there one other thing? Was it there? Oh, and potato skins. I think this sounds like a fine time. I will let you know how it went tomorrow. If I might put out a news walk video tomorrow or a rumor patrol. I like the rumor of Jody regenerating into the master. Right, I like that idea. I mean, I think it's going to be shit, but I mean, okay, whatever. Yeah, but I'd like to see what happens with that. And there's a bunch of other stuff going on. Fine, with that, I'm going to bid adieu. I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again, and the Wizzy Will,